So I guess what this person is trying to say is like they're struggling with the dilemma of, do I use my commute time to be in the present and enjoy that time, or should I be using my commute time solely for productivity?
Yeah, because like everybody already says, don't check your Instagram and your Twitters and your social media on your commute. This is a waste of time. But what about this stuff that ostensibly is not a waste of time? It's productive. It's supposed to be good for you. So is this not a good use of your time? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I would say that I think it's the best to spend as little time managing any productivity system you have as possible. The less overhead there is, the better. So I would prefer an intentional time to check that sort of stuff in the morning, in the evening, after lunch. It could be all three if you want, but I would find intentionally checking it much better than every time I get bored, let me just check my to-do list and give myself anxiety about what I haven't done yet.
Yeah. And I guess like your commute could be that time.
It could be that time.
Does it need to be is the question. Like, do you have time in the morning where you could sit down and do that stuff for 20 minutes at a table and then enjoy your commute and not be stressing out by trying to manage stuff while you're on the train or whatever?
Yeah, or conversely, maybe you prefer to meditate in the morning and then do productivity on the train. Mm-hmm. I think as long as it's intentional, it's like a better idea. Yeah. If you choose when to check it, because otherwise, I've done way too many productivity type system things, and I try to keep it simple now because they definitely take over you.
Yeah. Well, so I had my perspective shifted a little bit recently. I read this article by Paul Graham, who's the founder of the Y Combinator. What do they call that? Fund for startups.
I think I know what you're talking
investment
about.
Fund,
but like I don't know what
or investment
call it.
Accelerator. That's what it is. Accelerator. Yeah. He wrote an article back in 2005 called "Good Productivity and Good Procrastination and Bad Procrastination," and he had like this 3-part definition. So like type A procrastinators or type A procrastination is when you procrastinate from your work by doing nothing or by wasting your time. So by playing stupid games on your phone or staring at the wall or whatever. Type B procrastination is where you do something that is work, but that is less important than the thing you're procrastinating on.
I think Jessica Hish calls it procrasti-working.
Procrasti-working, yeah. And then type C procrastination is when you procrastinate from something that you should be doing with something that's more important. And he makes this distinction because he has a point that all the most successful people he knows who have done the most interesting and innovative work are huge type C procrastinators, which means they are constantly sneaking off from, I don't know, showering or going to the dentist or doing all these things you're quote unquote supposed to do to sneak off and work on that project that they are like super passionate about. And yeah, maybe they're terrible drivers because they didn't go to driver's ed, and maybe they don't shower as often as they should. Maybe they didn't do their taxes on time, but they're the ones who built the Large Hadron Collider or something like that. Or they're the ones who like figured out an amazing new sorting algorithm. And he makes a point in the article that you have to realize managing your to-do list is type B procrastination, because you should always be asking yourself, like, what's the most important thing I should be working on right now? And it's not managing your to-do list. That's the work about the work. So you should minimize that as much as you possibly can.